Hey, what's up? It's so good to see you as always. Today, we're gonna be talking about this Dream Machine combo of pedals and trying to make some music with it. I was trying to get weird with some samples, as I always do. And in case you're new around here, welcome. I like to get weird with samples. Basically, I was running the Blooper into the R1 to give it a little bit more character and to convert the mono into stereo. Go into the Octatrack and it sounded crazy. But with just these pedals alone, listen to this. And without this, it sounds like this. Right, pretty chill, not too bad. But, I mean, if I had the choice between that and where I think this combo really shines is in getting these weird loops and bloops, which is what I really enjoy doing with the Blooper. I have tons of videos on it already. And it is a looper, right, in its nature. And it's really fun to be able to just say, start here and there, and watch. We'll do this without the R1 reverb for right now. One reason I really like the R1 is because it's converting this mono signal into stereo, and then the Octatrack does stereo sampling. Oh, and in case you're wondering if this is a sponsored video, no, it is not sponsored by Chase, Bliss, Walrus, or Electron, or even Nord for that matter, but it is sponsored by me. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, got a link to some merch down below, like a See You Later oscillator hat or some new MIDI hoodies in case you want to stay warm during the winter. This is the old design, I'm gonna be honest. The new design is way better, it's down below. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and try to make some tunes. We got our loop set in the Blooper, right? I just hit record and stop, and then I'm gonna hit record again to add. So now it's gonna keep adding, especially if I turn this up, and we'll set this to normal mode. So now it's just looping, right? And I can add things to this loop, right? And then we can modify this loop with maybe pitch. And then if I add this, turn our swell down, it's just really pretty. And if I turn our like overdub mode on the Blooper off, I can just, but of course we changed our pitch. There it is. Maybe I can grab that. Listen to that. Now that's in there, right? But if we throw in something like a drum beat, right, you can start to see where this can end up becoming pretty cool. And right there, of course, it sounded off because the loops were off. But if I were to restart this, and yes, I think you can MIDI sync the Blooper, but I love it not synced. Now, this idea is all right, but I think we could do better. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear our little loop buffer. And on the Blooper, I don't know how long the loop can be, but it can be pretty long. So let's go ahead and give ourselves like a 2-bar loop. So I'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and boom. Cool, got that. Go ahead and put a record on, and we'll just grab a little something, something. Dope. Do I want to go to A after this? Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to the Passum? Not sure. Turn our level down. I know we're going to go from G to A, which is C, or I want to go D to E, F, no E. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it at D. And then I'm gonna turn our volume way down. And then grab another higher pitch. Actually, before I do that, let's grab this loop, just to be safe. Okay, cool, it's still muted. Let's try and add a little higher note. Whoa. And if you're wondering why it's doing that like almost like sidechaining effect, it's the R1 swell. If this wasn't on here, what it's trying to do is grab the transients and hide them and mask them and push it up. And it's so cool. It's the trippiest effect. Listen to that. Oh, so tight. Right? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go into our mixer here and we're gonna give ourselves a little bit more gain. Now, I grabbed that loop, right? So technically, if I were to go onto track 2 here and put a trigger down at the very beginning. Okay, cool. So you can see I started my loop a little funky, right? If I go ahead and open this up, it starts right there in the middle. I guess I can move this over, sure. So it's gonna pause. There it is. Now we're on the 1. And I'll just set this to loop on, so it'll just keep going around and around and around. Now that this is there, we can add some more stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear the loop in the blooper, and then create a shorter one. So we'll just say, bump, bump, oh, whoops. Okay, cool, let's go from, okay, we're almost there with this one, but I'm gonna tune this up. So I'm gonna turn the modifier on. Oh, let's go in reverse. And then really push it into this. Get a little bit of filter on there. All right, I'm gonna grab that loop. And I think we can do something cool with this one too. So check this out. We'll stop this here, turn off the reverb, not that it matters. So if I put this in here, it's doing this trippy thing, and you can hear that the loop is not perfect. And that's what I love. There's a start and an end to all the chaos in the middle. And whatever happens in the middle is still technically like this perfect weird loop, because I'm grabbing it with the record length on here as well as the quantized record setting on. So it's gonna start and end exactly where I need it to be. But what's great about this is I can put a couple other triggers in here and make it sound, oh, no. I just recorded over the record buffer because I put triggers down while I had the record editing set up. But luckily, that recording is still here on the blooper. So again, we can just go ahead and grab this again. Let's just press play. It's playing here. I'll grab it. It's recording it now. And then I'll make sure to get out of this. There it is. Stop this. And now I can do what I wanted to do, which was put these triggers down like, to make it sound a little bit more cohesive, like there's a bit more of a loop. And I wanted to do something even further to kind of push the rhythmic elements of this. So I'm going to turn our amp volume down, go to our LFOs and set this to an inverted saw. And the parameter is going to be to our amp volume. And let's do 16th. We'll do trigger and turn the depth up. What about 1/8? Oh, I kind of like the 16th. That's kind of cool, a little less. So when I'm changing this here, it's changing how much it's pushing the volume up and then coming back down. And that's pretty cool right there, but we just need to turn the volume itself up. And same with this, watch. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let it kind of come in smooth. Awesome. Is there anything else we can do? Let's try and find a bass. I don't know if I have any bass sounds on here, but we can probably make it work. Here, let me find a bass real quick. Okay, this kind of works. I'm happy with this. Let me turn all this up. Yeah, whatever. This will do. Now I want to find myself a simple 1-bar loop, right? So we'll clear the blooper, not the booper, and we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me just kind of rehearse something. That's kind of cool. Whoa, listen to this. When it has to be super spot on, like what I usually like getting for my basses, it's a lot tougher to do with the blooper unsynced because it's falling off right away. So what we can do instead is, since I'm just running through all of this, I can just go ahead onto track 3. We'll unmute this and I'll just record it in straight through this. But let's go ahead and give this some texture to begin with. So we'll just say bump bump, which is a really fast delay. So, but instead of infinite repeats, we'll do that. We'll make it additive. Do this, a little bit of filter. Additive mode basically means it's going to keep re-recording the delayed signal. See how it kind of keeps fading away? What about some reverb? A little less pre-delay. Okay, fine. All right, I think we grabbed that. Let's play back. Okay, weird, funky, because I hit the note again at the very end, but we can fix that. A couple things we can do here. We can re-record the loop. That'll probably be the quickest, or I can go and slice that and it'll be the most complicated and cumbersome. So I probably don't want to do that. So let's just re-record the loop. We'll take the trigger out, play it back, and then we'll go ahead and launch that one more time. Okay, boom. I think I grabbed that pretty solid. Let's hear. There it is. Right on the money. Now let's bring this filter down. Top secret Octatrack. Use the distortion in the filter. Oh. Mean. Open this up. We'll go and get us a little bit of dark reverb. Send it. And then amp volume a little quieter. Harsher. Let's go. And then when we come back on this side, we'll lower this. Oh, it's still in there. I think I have some crazy break on here. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, this page sounds good. This one doesn't. Yo, Give me something good, give me something good. Soften it up. Catch that. Oh, yes, please. Then turn this on. Oh, and it's gone. Yo, this is too sick. I'm gonna be here all night. Until next week, my friend, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed some of the tunes today. Hope to see you again next week. And until then, you already know the drill. Share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace. All right, let's open this up again. With mixer. Dope. Grab this.